What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Zatima, season 4, episode 19. The setup. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video. Make sure y'all like the videos so I can send an algorithm. Okay. All right. So Fatima is up. She's been up for like an hour, and she was Zach noticed that she's up, wake up, and ask her, what's going on. She said that she doesn't want anybody fussing over her, rubbing on her belly and whatnot. And y'all know if you've been pregnant, that is probably one of the annoying things about being pregnant, unless you actually like people touching you. And for me, I was mean. Okay, you could not touch me. Do not touch me. I did not want people touching my belly, and it was never like, hey, can I touch your stomach? It was just so now when I see pregnant people, I ask them first, like, do you mind if I touch your stomach? If they say yeah, it's fine. If they say no, or I'll just go up to them and be like, oh my god, you need to, but I will not touch them. I will not touch a pregnant person. Only because I feel like it's always it's invading their space. So I do understand what Fatima is talking about. Anyway, Fatima doesn't want Zach to be disappointed if the baby is a girl, because they talked about that at the baby shower they're gonna reveal the sex of the baby, and so Zach kept saying, oh, it's a boy, it would, if it's a boy. And she was like, listen, if it's not a boy, I just don't want you to be disappointed. I really want you to understand that if this baby, that's the only thing that matters, is if the baby is healthy. And so he gets it. He was like, I'm not tripping. Paraphrasing, y'all, I'm not tripping. And so he was like, it's cool because, we gonna have six children. Sir, I like to know who gonna push out all of those children. Who doing that? Where's Michael? Okay, where's Michael? Okay, this lady don't want to constantly push out your children because, again, she has a career. So Zach tells Fatima he wants a big family. She said that's cool and all, but what about my career? I have a career. And she was like, being on stage with Sage just felt right to her. But she's also getting ready to graduate from law school. So it's, she don't know what she really wanted. She's confused. Like, she's just, she hasn't made a clear decision. Anyway, Zach lets her know, I will invest in your music career for you, even if it's one song or one album. I'm gonna invest in it. So she was like, it's gonna be cheap, huh? He was like, no, I'm gonna invest in your career. So we go from there. So Belinda goes to the shop, and someone broke into her shop. They trashed it. I think it was Crazy Leslie, just so Fatima won't get her hair done. I think she did that. I think she hired somebody. I just think, I don't know, this just shows, that's what I think. It could have been some random people, but I just think it was Crazy Leslie? Is that her name? Yeah, Crazy Leslie. So over at the barbershop, Detective Thompson showed up to speak with Tony about the night of the unaliving of Dante. And we get over to Belinda. Belinda calls Fatima and tell her somebody broke into her shop. Fatima asks if she needed anything, and she decided, I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna help, because Belinda was gonna do her hair. She was like, I'm so sorry, I know you need your hair done, but I just can't, because they took everything. I can't do anything. And so but Fatima decides to go to the she go to the store, pick up all of the things that Belinda needs. She was like, just text me, because I need to get I need to have my hair done. I was gonna say something about that, but I'm gonna say it. It just kind of feel like you was mad because these people broke in her shop and it kind of inconvenienced you. But that's how I felt. Okay, Fatima, it just kind of felt that way. Okay, you just it's that she does a lot that I just try to overlook, but I just can't overlook it now. Just feel like a little bit of like I'm being inconvenienced. Damn, somebody broke in the damn lady's shop. But shout out to you for wanting to step in and help. Again, are you helping because you need your hair done, or are you helping because this shit is genuine? That's the kind of questions I have to ask. I wouldn't be a decent, halfway decent, YouTuber if I didn't ask. Okay? I'm just saying. Mr. Tyrone comes in and sees the detective talking to Tony. Tony was nervous. If it had not been for Mr. Tyrone showing up, cleaning that shit up real quick, real fast, like, we don't go out the front door, we go out the back door. Okay? She was like, is that how you came in? Yes. This is how we go in and this is how we go out. Then the lady told, I believe the detective said that the camera from the store, it was the store person in a camp. She said the person from the store saw Dante come into the shop. But then she said the cameras caught, they have surveillance cameras that saw. But then when Mr. Tyrone came in, you said that the cameras didn't cover everything. Y'all correct me if I am wrong, but it feels like I think this lady kind of, her story didn't, unless and y'all know how they do. They always trying to trip you up and all of that. But had it not been for Mr. Tyrone, yeah, because he was getting nervous. It was just, yeah. I thought that we were past this, but I guess not. Anyway, Zach walks into the venue where the baby shower is being held. Nate is supposed to be, taking care of things, so everything can be done. He sees Nate in there doing nothing but flirting with this woman. So Zach is livid. He's fussing. What are you doing? What is this? Where's the balloon arc? So Nate is like, relax. I cannot relax. Zach is now on 20. And I do understand that, because Nate, what the hell are you doing? Like, ugh. Anyway, it was a woman that definitely embodied Crazy Leslie. So he thought that was her, because that's another reason why he's up here, because of Leslie. So he grabbed her and he said, bitch. And she turned around and it wasn't Leslie. But Leslie is in the next room. We saw Leslie in the next room. But they don't know she's there. I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. I told y'all Leslie was going to, I thought, okay, so maybe Leslie didn't escape, but because she was charged with a misdemeanor, that's how she was able to be released. So that's probably what happened. I don't think she escaped, because it would have been all over the news, but she was charged with a misdemeanor. Anyway, Angela is home and she's, talking with Bryce. She tells Bryce, although she expressed her love to him, she still needs to work on herself. Well, duh. As long as you know you need to work on yourself, ma'am. Anyway, she wants to know about Bryce. She wants to know more about Bryce's open relationship. I'm so confused at these two. I'm so confused. So is he back in an open relationship? And when did he get back in an open relationship? I'm so thoroughly confused, but okay. Anyway, Mr. Henry contacts Zach because he wanted to check on them. Zach wants asked Mr. Henry if he can check on Leslie check on that situation to see if she's still locked up. And so I think he said okay, I'm not for sure, but he did say to Nate that, you know, something doesn't feel right. I have to go get my pow. So the ladies head over to Fatima's house and they're having their powwow. Belinda thanks them for getting her things. But not Fatima. What's her name? Angela wants to talk about these men. Girl, Anyway, the ladies tell Belinda that she should start a mobile salon. See, I thought that the salon that she was working in, I thought that was her salon. But she actually works for somebody. So they was like, you probably should start a mobile salon. That way, you know, you won't have to worry about break-ins. But then you think about, you know, her car and what's in her car, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, she said that she's going to think about that. Anyway, Fatima tells them that, because they start to talk about Fatima singing. And she tells them that Zach told her that he'll invest in her career if she finishes law school. And so Fatima gets a call from Zach so she could get to the venue ASAP. And this is where the episode ended. And I think this is why I think he told her that, because we didn't get a reason why. I think he got a call back from Mr. Henry saying that Crazy Leslie was released from jail. And so he don't want her in that home. He don't want her in their house without Crazy Leslie not being there. So I don't know. Next week, something. Only thing I read was said something about something being tragic. What is that? Anyway, somebody was outside screaming. So y'all, I don't know, but can we give Zach and Fatima a damn break? Can we please? Anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I thought that I forgot that I actually recorded. I took the notes on Zatima. So yeah, so after this, you're going to get Heart and Hustle Houston. All right. So anyway, that's all I got. This girl Kiwan reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.